Good afternoon, boys and girls. Welcome to day 3 of chapter 11, e-learning. Today we're going to do volumes of pyramids and cones. You can see on the first slide here our two formulas for the day. I like to write them a little differently though. I like to write this one as BH over 3 and this one as pi r squared h over 3. The same thing, I just like to write it as a one fraction instead of a fraction multiplying. So you can see here, again, just like on Monday, it doesn't matter if the cone or pyramid is slanted, it's still the same formula that we're going to be using, whether it's straight up and down or if it's slanted off to the side. So that's it. Let's jump right into some problems here. Find the volume of a square pyramid with base 44 perimeter and height 23. So the perimeter is 44 and there's 4 sides. That means each side is 11. And the height, this is our height, remember, is 23. So this problem gives us everything we need. So my formula here, BH over 3, B is just a square, so it'd be 11 squared. So it'd be 121 times 23 over 3. And as always, we can go right to our calculator with that. And it gives us an answer of 927.6, but let's not type it in like that. Let's just do 121 times 23, which is 2,783 divided by 3. And we'll leave our answer like that. Don't divide it by 3 in the calculator because it's going to give us a decimal and we don't want a decimal for that. So just type in 121 times 23, that's our numerator, and leave it divided by 3. And remember that the units are still cubed because we're still talking about volume. Okay, the second one's a little different. It's a square again on the bottom, but this time we are not given the height, we are given the slant height. And while slant height is great for surface area, it is not good for volume. So if the slant height is 5, we don't know the apothem, but we kind of do because it's going to be half of the length of the side down there. So our apothem is 3. So in order to get the height, all we're going to do is the Pythagorean theorem. 3 squared plus h squared equals 5 squared. Just working through that. We get our height to be 4. So now we have everything we need. Volume equals base height over 3. Our base is just 6 times 6, so 36. Our height is 4 over 3. Now this time when we type it in, it should all give us one nice whole number. So let's type in 36 times 4 divided by 3. And we get our answer 48 cubic centimeters. Okay, if you don't already, I suggest having your formula sheet open for today. We're going to start doing some things that are not just squares very soon. As in right now. So find the volume of a regular hexagonal pyramid with height 10. Same formula. BH over 3, and we are given the height is 10. We are not given B though. Good thing you've had a lot of practice with this and you know how to do this. So there's our triangle. Drawing it out here, I know this is 6. Going through finding our angle again, 360 over 6 is 60. Cut that in half, we know this is 30. And that's A for apothem. So tangent 30 equals 6 over A equals 6 over tangent 30. Let's see what that gives us in our calculator. $10.3923. Okay, then our perimeter is just 12 times 6, which is 72. So that means the area of the base is apothem times perimeter over 2. And that is 374.1230. Okay, so going back to our volume, 374.1230 times the height, which is 10, over 3. Now, because we're already rounding, we can go ahead and type this all into our calculator and just round this answer. Let's round to the nearest hundredth. Our final answer be 1,247.08 cubic feet. Number 4, we have a pentagonal pyramid, given the base edge length of 2 and a height of 9. I went ahead and drew it out there for you. You don't have to draw it, but it might help you to do that. So again, we're using the formula BH over 3. We have H, we don't have B. So we'll draw our triangle in. I know this is 1. This is my apothem. 360 over 5 is 72. Cut that in half, this is 36. So tangent 36 equals 1 over A. A equals 1 over tangent 36. And that gives us our apothem is approximately 1.3764. So to get our area of our base, it's just apothem times perimeter. Perimeter is just 2 times 5 over 2. Remember the base edge length was 2 and there's 5 sides. So our area of a base is about 6.8819. Go back into our formula. 6.8819 times the height, which is 9, over 3. And we get our volume to be approximately 20.65 cubic centimeters. Number 5, went ahead and drew that again. Again, you don't need to draw that to help you, but if it does help you, go ahead and draw it. The perimeter of the base is 30. There's 3 sides. That's where I got this 10 from. The height is 12. Find the volume of the pyramid. So once again, we are using BH over 3. But this time, B is an equilateral triangle. So our equilateral triangle formula and that gives us our B is approximately 43.3012. Back up here to our volume formula. We get 43.3012. The height is 12. We got our final volume to be 173.21 cubic inches. Here we have a Great Pyramid of Egypt. It's a square pyramid. The height is 481, the base edges are 756. Same formula. This time the base is just a square, so side squared. Hope you're ready for some large numbers. We get B to be 571,536. The height is 481. Typing that in, we get our answer of 91,636,272 cubic feet. It's a lot of feet. I finally, we're going to look at some cones here. So a cone is the same formula. The only difference is B is going to be a circle. So we can replace that with pi r squared. Again, you don't need to draw this, but if you want to draw it, quick drawing here. Radius is 7, height is 15. Substitute those numbers in. And go into our calculator. We get the volume is approximately 245 pi cubic centimeters. And if we want to round it to the nearest tenth, just multiply that. And we get 769.7 cubic centimeters. Here's another cone. So our formula for this cone, same as before, pi r squared h for 3. The only problem with this one is that they do not give us our h. So we have to find our h. This is h, remember? So 16 squared plus h squared equals 34 squared. Solving that, we get our height to be 30. Okay, so now we have everything we need. Type that in our calculator. And it doesn't tell us what to do for this one, so we'll just keep it in exact form. 2,560 pi cubic centimeters. So here we have one more cone. So again, we use the same formula that we've been using. They give us the height, but they don't give us the radius. But what they do give us is this. I know circumference is 2 pi r, but I know this circumference is 25 pi. Dividing both sides by pi, I get this. And dividing both sides by 2, I get my radius is 12.5. So now I have everything I need to go back into my formula. And for this one, we can round to the nearest tenth or hundredth. Let's round to the nearest hundredth. I'm getting 3,272.49 cubic inches. One more problem. Again, looks a little daunting, but it's not, I promise. In the volume of the composite figure, we have 3 shapes here. So we'll call this one volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3. We have 2 cones and a cylinder in the middle. So volume 1 is a cone. We know its radius is 21. We don't know its height, but we do know this is 70. And we also know this is 35. So this would be 70 minus 35, which is also 35. So I get pi r squared h over 3. We'll just leave it like that for now. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Volume 2 is a cylinder. It's pi r squared h. We have everything we need for that. Pi r squared h. And volume 3 is again a cone. Pi r squared h over 3. The radius of this cone is 21 again. The height is 40. So now we have our 3 volumes. We could just simply type all that into our calculator in one step if you want, or you could type each one in individually and add them together. Whatever you prefer is fine. I'm going to do it all in one step. And I'm getting the final answer, which hopefully I typed in correctly, 83,126.5. All right, that's it for 11.2. Just like Monday and Tuesday, you'll have an 11.2 worksheet that you'll have 2 days to work on. It'll be due Thursday night at midnight. And then on Friday, I'll just be posting a practice worksheet for these 2 sections. If you have any questions, please email me or contact me. I will get back to you as quickly as I can. All right, keep working hard, and hopefully I'll see you soon.